Many people believe that earning a higher salary is the key to becoming rich. This idea is not just incomplete, it's dangerously misleading. A high salary can make you feel wealthy, but it doesn't guarantee true financial freedom. In reality, wealth is about building assets that generate income, even when you're not working. The difference between income and wealth is crucial. Income is what you earn, but wealth is what you keep and grow. As we begin this journey, let's challenge the common belief that more money always means more wealth, and explore what truly separates the rich from everyone else. Let's clarify a core misunderstanding. Income and wealth are not the same. Imagine person A earns $5,000 a month, spends $4,800 and saves just $200. Meanwhile, person B earns $2,500, spends $1,500 and invests $1,000 every month. After 5 years, person A is still dependent on their salary, while person B has investments generating income. The lesson: a higher salary doesn't guarantee wealth. It often just increases your lifestyle, not your financial security. Understanding this difference is the first step toward real financial independence. People get a raise, they often upgrade their lifestyle immediately. Take Rahul, for example. His salary doubles and suddenly he buys a new phone, moves to a better apartment, dines out more, and takes on a car loan. His expenses rise to nearly match his new income, leaving him with almost no savings. This is called lifestyle inflation. The more you earn, the more you spend. It keeps you in the same financial position, feeling richer but not actually building wealth. Recognizing this trap is essential for anyone who wants to break free from the cycle. Most people live in a cycle: earn, spend, wait for the next salary, and repeat. This creates a dangerous dependency on a single income source. For example, if your monthly salary is $3,000 and your expenses are $2,900, losing your job for even 2 months can lead to financial stress and debt. If your life collapses when your income stops, you're not financially secure, no matter how much you earn. Breaking this cycle means building savings and other income streams. From childhood, many are taught that a stable job and salary equals success, and that risk is dangerous. What's missing is education about investing, understanding assets versus liabilities, and money management. This leads to people who may earn well but don't build wealth. Without the right financial education, high earners can remain poor in terms of assets and long-term security. There are two main ways people think about money: the consumer mindset and the investor mindset. The consumer says, "I earn money, I deserve to spend it," focusing on comfort and status. The investor asks, "How can this money make more money?" focusing on growth and freedom. For example, two friends both earn $4,000 a month. One spends on gadgets and eating out, saving little. The other invests $1,500 monthly and keeps a simple lifestyle. After 10 years, the investor is on the path to financial independence, while the consumer is still working with little savings. Modern society often rewards the appearance of wealth, not real wealth. Many spend money to look successful, impress others, or fit social expectations. For example, someone earning $6,000 a month might drive a luxury car, wear branded clothes, and live a high-end lifestyle, but save almost nothing. The reality is, many who look rich are financially fragile. True wealth is built quietly, not displayed. Even with a good income, many people fail to build wealth because they lack discipline. Without budgeting, impulse spending takes over and there's no long-term plan. For example, someone earning $5,000 a month might spend randomly, failing to track where their money goes and making no investments. With discipline, however, they could invest $2,000 monthly, keep expenses low, and build a financial buffer. Discipline is the foundation of wealth. Building wealth requires sacrificing today's comfort for tomorrow's freedom. Most people, however, choose immediate pleasure over long-term gain. For instance, spending $1,000 on a vacation today versus investing it at 10% annual return could mean having nearly $6,700 in 20 years. Repeatedly choosing short-term pleasure keeps people from building wealth. Delayed gratification is a superpower for the wealthy. Rich people focus on buying assets, stocks, businesses, real estate, digital assets, while the poor and middle class focus on salary and consumption. The key difference is that the wealthy buy assets first and luxuries later, while others buy luxuries first and never build assets. This shift in focus is what creates lasting wealth and financial security. Ironically, a high salary can trap you more than a low one if you don't control your spending and invest wisely. Higher income often leads to a higher lifestyle and greater dependency on that income. This increases the fear of losing your job and reduces your willingness to take risks. True financial security comes from managing your money, not just earning more. Debt isn't always bad, but most people use it the wrong way. There's good debt, used to acquire assets, and bad debt, used for consumption. For example, a loan to start a profitable business can build wealth, while a loan for a car or gadgets just drains your finances. Understanding the difference between good and bad debt is crucial for financial growth. Modern marketing encourages you to focus on monthly payments, not total cost. For example, buying a $1,200 phone on a $100 month EMI feels affordable, but you're committing future income and reducing your ability to invest. When EMIs add up, car, phone, furniture, personal loans, they can lock up a large portion of your income before you even start living. This illusion keeps people financially stuck. Credit cards are designed to make you spend money you don't have. The psychology of swipe now, pay later removes the immediate pain of spending, but the consequences are delayed and costly. If you don't pay your balance in full, interest piles up quickly. Minimum payments create a debt spiral, making it harder to escape. Using credit cards wisely, or avoiding them, is key to protecting your wealth. Many people borrow money not for needs, but to look rich. For example, taking a loan for a $25,000 car with a $700 monthly EMI just to keep up appearances. The car's value drops, but the EMI stays the same, increasing financial stress. Borrowing for status is a fast track to financial trouble. Real wealth doesn't need to be shown off. Even with a $5,000 monthly salary, many find themselves with little to no savings after covering rent, EMIs, groceries, entertainment, and insurance. Occasional expenses like medical emergencies or travel can wipe out what's left. The reality is, a good salary doesn't guarantee wealth if expenses aren't controlled and savings aren't prioritized. The financial system is designed to keep you spending, not investing. Easy loans, attractive EMI offers, and credit card rewards encourage more debt. Your debt becomes their profit, and your interest payments are their income. Recognizing this business model helps you avoid falling into the trap and focus on building your own wealth instead. Debt rarely stays constant, it grows. For example, if you have $3,000 in credit card debt and a $5,000 personal loan, interest can quickly turn $8,000 into $12,000 or more. New debt is often taken to cover old debt, leading to stress, anxiety, and financial paralysis. Managing debt aggressively is essential to avoid this snowball effect. Ironically, those with higher salaries often fall harder when financial trouble hits. Larger loans, bigger lifestyle upgrades, and higher fixed expenses mean that if income drops, their lifestyle collapses instantly. There's no flexibility and the fall is steeper. Building wealth means preparing for setbacks, not just enjoying the highs. Financial freedom isn't about how much you earn. It's about how much you keep and grow. The simple formula is wealth equals income expenses times investment growth. For example, saving and investing $2,000 a month over 10-15 years can create a massive difference compared to saving just $200. The key is to focus on growing the gap between income and expenses and letting your investments compound. Break free from debt, avoid loans for depreciating items, kill high-interest debt first, especially credit cards, and keep your total EMIs below 20% of your income. Always pay your full credit card bill monthly and build an emergency fund with at least 6 months of expenses. These steps create a safety net and set the stage for wealth building. Even when people have the chance to build wealth, most don't invest. The biggest mistake is keeping money idle in a savings account or as cash. For example, saving $1,000 a month in a bank at 2–3% annual interest grows slowly, while investing the same amount at 10% can double your wealth in 10 years. Saving protects money, but investing multiplies it. The number one reason people avoid investing is fear. What if I lose my money? This fear often comes from lack of knowledge or hearing about others' losses. But by not investing, you actually lose more in the long run, missing out on the power of compounding. The real cost of fear is lost opportunity, not just lost money. Most people are never taught the basics of investing, what a stock is, how compounding works, or the difference between risk and reward. As a result, money sits idle or is used unwisely. Even a few months of learning can put you far ahead financially compared to ignoring investing for years. Education is the foundation of wealth. One of the most expensive sentences is, "I'll start investing next year." Starting early, even with small amounts, makes a huge difference thanks to compounding. For example, investing $500 a month from age 25 to 35, and then stopping can result in more wealth by age 60 than starting at 35 and investing until 60. Time is your greatest asset. Compounding means your money earns returns, and those returns earn more returns. For example, investing $1,000 at 10% annually grows to about $6,700 in 20 years. The key insight is that time matters more than the amount you invest. Consistency and patience are the real wealth multipliers. Many people think small investments are useless, but that's not true. Investing just $200 a month at 10% can grow to over $41,000 in 10 years, $150,000 in 20, and nearly $500,000 in 30. Small, consistent investing beats waiting for a big windfall. Start with what you have and let it grow. Most people focus on short-term gains, asking if they'll make money this month or worrying about market drops tomorrow. Wealth builders think in decades, not days. Consistent investing over 10-20 years beats chasing quick profits. Long-term vision is what separates the wealthy from everyone else. Depending on a single salary keeps you stuck. If you lose your job, your income drops to zero instantly. The wealthy build multiple income streams, salary, investments, side businesses, so they're not dependent on one source. Diversifying your income is key to financial security and freedom. To escape the cycle of staying poor, you need a system. Track your money, control expenses, eliminate bad debt, build an emergency fund, invest consistently, increase your income, build multiple streams, reinvest profits, avoid lifestyle inflation, and stay consistent for years. Wealth isn't about luck or a huge salary. It's about clarity, discipline, and time. Apply this blueprint and you'll build real, lasting wealth.